but they seem to have fixed it because everybody's streaming off their devices. So it should be okay. Should be.
Should be, huh?
Should
Okay,
be.
I think we're live.
Are we live?
I think so. I think I got a
I can't see
notification.
anything. I can't see
Yeah,
anything.
I know your internet sucks.
I just got a notification, so it says we are live.
It says we're live, and we'll see how long we're being going to be live for. If I have to switch over to OBS, people, I will do so. It's just right now it says we're live, and we're not gonna take any chances. We're just gonna roll with it. Gonna roll with the punches.
Roll, baby, roll. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun 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 dun.
Mm-hmm. So we're live on Rants and Raves. It's Wednesday night. It's late night. You guys are getting home from work. You guys are popping a beer open, and you're about to listen to some great content here that we, Night Strike and I, are going to feature.
Yeah, and we're doing so via GunTube software, GunTube's hardware. So if it cuts out, I'll switch over to OBS. But so far, it's working tonight. So let's cross our fingers on that.
Yes, we're trying different things. A lot of people are trying different things. I don't know what my avatar shows up.
We'll fix that later.
It's showing up.
We'll fix that later. But that's perfect for you, though.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I chuckled when I put my name in, and it came up as that. I chuckled.
It was pretty good, wasn't it?
Because everybody's feeling green tonight.
Not just tonight.
Not just.
Everybody's feeling green, you know.
It ain't easy being green, Night Strike. It ain't easy being green.
It's not. Look, the green guy has a Jimenez tooth.
Yeah, that's what I thought right off the bat. I'm like, look at that great Jimenez tooth. Is that what Tom Cruise looked like before he got it fixed?
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. So, what we got to rant about tonight? What we got to rant about?
We got tons of shit to talk about, man. I hope everybody's strapping down, strapping in, cracking their beverage, smoking their cigars, doing their thing, because we're about to get into it. Are you ready?
Speaking of beverage cracking, I'm not drinking tonight. I'm just getting Pepsi Cola out. But there we go.
God, Pepsi Cola. Jesus Christ.
Well, I got a whole case of the stuff made with real sugar. It's addicting.
Ooh.
Real sugar Pepsi Cola. Let me tell you. It's good stuff.
So, here we go. Are you guys ready out there? Do we have people watching? Is there people watching? I can't tell anything. Look at my picture.
Well, let me see all we got. We got Gun Loving Grandpa out there. We got Two Live Moo. We got Budget Guns and Gear. We got Calaveras 32 Special. The Pickle Boy himself from California. We got Kinky Sphincter out there. Who else do we have? If you're not saying anything, we don't know that you're out there. So go ahead and say something.
And I totally don't know you're out there because I can't see shit.
Well, I'm crewing that. So, so far, those are the individuals we have tonight. If any more pop up or say something, we will call them out. But it better be good. Better be good.
Better be good. So the first thing I got on the docket tonight is Elizabeth Warren has tweeted that NRA membership and the people that are associated with are extremists, terrorists.
Yes. Calaveras 32 Special, I don't know if you've been to many rants and raves, but we tend to swear on this one quite a lot. So knock yourself out. This
isn't a program for your little toddlers or your your little rimfire challenges or anything like that. This is hardcore in your face. You get in where you fit in, and there's a lot of that around here. So get in where you fit in. So Elizabeth Warren had tweeted that NRA and the membership that protrudes that organization are extremists, crazy, uh, far off the planet, as they say, whether it be flat, disc shaped or not. And I think that's a blatant tone that she has taken to the fact where she should be kicked off of Twitter. She should be kicked off of Twitter. She shouldn't be able to use that platform anymore to incite such hate and rhetoric that is being used in her tweets. Because isn't that their guidelines that you can't use hate rhetoric or anything like that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know why people are still listening to folk Sahas or the last of the Fohicans because quite honestly, as I said before, and I will continue to say until she shuts up or gets out of the spotlight and the end of time, is that she's only proved one, that she's the whitest woman in America, and two, that she's probably the dumbest white woman in America. But again, all I'm going to say is even with my luscious beard, and you love the beard. You love it, roll call. You love the beard. But even with my luscious beard, I probably have more Native American ancestry than her entire family does.
Yeah, she is off the cuffs, and seeing so many people follow her and to a certain extent agree with her is disturbing. It's disturbing. So you're going to tell me you're going to call people extremists because they own firearms? The majority of owners of firearms in this country are NRA members to a certain aspect. So you're going to tell me you're going to call these people extremists? These are the people that are up in arms about the NRA. She has no idea. She wasn't there this past conference. She doesn't know what's going on in there. All she's doing is panhandling to the crowd, jingling her bucket for votes. That's all she's doing, and it's pretty much at this point I look at it as slander. And somebody needs to start donating to the channel so we can get a lawyer together and then sue her for slander, because that's how I look at it. Yeah, I'm an NRA member to a certain extent, but still, what about the lifetime people? The people that are holding a lifetime membership for that organization? They're extremists? I don't think they're extremists. I think they believe in their Second Amendment rights. They might be a little fouled up once in a while, but they're not extremists. They care for their country. They love their country. And for a politician to go on a rant on Twitter, which we already have that with Trump and his, oh my God, we'll get to him next. But for this lady to say that, I think that's one of the crudest, most disgusting things that I've heard. That people that believe in their rights to defend themselves, to own firearms, are extremists. What about Antifa? What do you think about Antifa? Nice, right? Aren't they extreme? That they go around and break everybody's shit?
The fucking terrorists. Fucking extreme. Extreme doesn't even cover it. Those motherfuckers are terrorists, inciting riots, stealing shit, causing mass panic, stopping traffic. Those motherfuckers are the definition of terrorists.
And when was the last time an NRA person did that? Never.
Never.
But we're the extremists. We're the people. When politicians start saying this type of rhetoric, that's when you should pump the brakes. And if you vote Democrat or you lean to that left side, you should really look at that, because that's how all these candidates feel. They might not say it in the words that this old bat has said it today, but they all feel that way. They all do.
Actually, every single Democrat that's running for president right now, whenever they open their mouth, all I hear from them is, "I am communist. And I want to instill communist values in the United States, of which is a capitalist society and a capitalist government.
And
All I hear is
very...
down with capitalism, but up with my bank account.
And then the very next tweet out of her fingers is about Walmart and how Walmart should be taxed to the utmost and to the extremist. So not only are NRA members extreme, the owners of Walmart are extreme because they're capitalists. So what does that tell you? That tells you that this politician, this particular politician, is batshit crazy. She doesn't love this country.
It is.
And she wants to give everything away for free. In some way, somehow.
Well, yep. We got some comments out there. Using violence, Calaveras 32 Special says using violence to gain a political change equals terrorist. Yes. Warsaw Patriot says at Night Strike 1, people should throw turrets at Elizabeth Warren for acting like a tyrant. Definitely. Calaveras 32 Special is doing his best Cory Booker impression by saying, I am Spartacus. Good show. Good job. I'm clapping. Clover Tax says Walmart is fairly anti-American, though. And yes, that's very true. As a former Walmart employee, I'll tell you, there's more shit from China in Walmart than there is from America, period. And I only know this because, well, I work for Walmart. All right, Kinky Sphincter says, Moms demand action. Moms demand attention doing a march in Texas to protest gun rights being passed here. Well, then screw them.
Go counter
says Sam Walton held all of that together. After he died, it became about the money, period. Yeah, because his children wanted more money than they got. They probably didn't get as much as they thought they were going to. And they whined, bitched, and complained. So they sold out the company to, corporate shills that decided to get everything from China and make it and rebrand it. That's what you got. Gunpowder Beauty's out there saying, hey, y'all, what kind of shenanigans going on here? All I have to say is the hashtag free Tardot and hashtag Tardot Lives Matter. This kind of stuff.
Hashtag quit recording his voice and saying he's alive.
Hashtag bring our Tardot home.
Hashtag Tardot Lives Matter. And I get what Clover's saying. Don't get me wrong. I get what Clover's saying. But if you go into the majority of stores today...
Clovertack also says, good luck with the march in Texas. That's just funny. Yeah, I don't think the Moms Demand Action March is going to work in Texas. But I'm sorry, roll call. Go on.
No, I'm just saying, most stuff in general where you go into a store is made in China. I mean, go lift up your coffee table. Go look at your electronics. How to get away from that isn't for a different discussion. But these people are capitalists to a point. Now, do they sell a lot of Chinese products? Well, yeah. But go look at the tag on your clothes. Any one of them.
It's either made in Thailand, Vietnam, China, or some other Southeast Asian country that's probably led by a tyrant. And
I do think that's a problem. But until we can find some way to rectify that, I don't have any kind of legitimate answers to it. If he does, shit, throw him out there, man. I'm game.
Clovertack says, back when I worked at Walmart, we bought produce local. We brought produce locally anytime we had the opportunity. Now it is all Mexico stuff, it seems. Not even Mexico stuff. The store in my area is bringing stuff in from South America. And I mean, what the hell? South America.
I mean, never buy groceries.
If they won't eat it there, why the hell bring it here?
I never buy groceries at Walmart. The things that I buy at Walmart are tripods that I break, just cheap China shit, man. That's what I buy at Walmart. Video games when the kids want them. Um, I bought a
Okay,
pair of shoes there.
I need to make a confession. Okay, it is no surprise to anyone that I am a cheap bastard. And while I dislike that Walmart sells a lot of stuff from China, and I dislike the way they do things, they're one of the only stores in my area of which to buy groceries from. The other couple stores aren't as good, and it pisses me off, but I have to go and shop at Walmart. The other stores just don't carry what I need, so I have to shop at Walmart in my area. I wish that wasn't the case, but again, yell at me all you want, say Martin Night Strike, you're a shill. I understand, but in some areas, you are rural enough where you have to shop at Walmart, otherwise, you don't have anywhere to go.
Well, they buy all that land and then they build a Walmart. So you
Okay.
really have no choice. And
I
then
mean,
the Walmart kind of drives all the little guys out of there.
yeah, so, you know, I don't like shopping at Walmart. I do. I mean, if I was going to say anything, I'm a disgruntled former Walmart employee, you know. And there used to be a website for us called WalmartSucks.com until Walmart sued the owner into closing and giving them the domain.
See, I work for a place called Meyer. There's a lot of people in the Northwest that understand where Meyer is and what they're about. The only thing I could give them credit for, other than they give people jobs, is low paying jobs at that, but at least it gives them a mean of income. Uh, is they buy locally from farmers. That's what they say. Have I ever investigated that? No. Maybe that should be somebody to investigate. And if they don't, maybe they should take it off their billboards. But then we have another grocer that's called Al's, which is locally owned. That does just as good. Their prices are a tad bit higher because they're not a huge corporation like Meyer. I mean, if you come up north, Meyer is a big portion of the Midwest. But I will say this about Meyer: if you are 18, you cannot buy any kind of ammunition. You have to be 21 to buy it all. So if you're hunting for those fowl birds and those good Canadian geese and ducks, things of that nature, you can't buy shotgun rounds there. You have to be 21, and that's what I disagreed with. And that's predominantly why I quit, is because they told me I couldn't wear my hat with my "Don't Tread on Me" at 2 in the morning because I worked the night shift, and
And they lock
that
the
shit
doors
turned
at night
into
so you can't leave.
pretty much.
I mean, I used to clean floors for Bilo.
Well,
And the same company that owns Bilo also owns Harvey's and Winn Dixie. I don't know. Maybe you've heard of Winn Dixie. You might not have.
I've
It's
heard of
cool if you
Win.
haven't. But you
I,
know,
I've 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 heard of Win Dixie. I think
and
I've actually shopped there when I
yeah,
was
I've
in
shot.
Georgia. Do they have one in Georgia?
They've had them all over. They used to have one went up in Kentucky too. But you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just that I used to shop at a Myers in Kentucky when I lived there. So you know, it just it really annoys me that if you go and turn on the TV right now, everyone, and I mean everyone on the left and right, have jumped the gun control bandwagon, saying, "Oh, we need red flag laws. We need this. We need that. That's going to be our first priority. Come once we go back to work." And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What do you mean once you go back to work? Are you saying you haven't been working the whole entire time? That you've just been piddling around, fucking around with this and that?" I mean, these people take, longer vacations than your kids do, for school, summer vacation, you know, and then they go back to work and they say, "Oh, we need to do this and that." We haven't been doing anything for the last 3 years. Why start now?
Well, why start implementing bans on things? I mean, look, there was just a recent killing. with all these cops that just got shot up there in Philadelphia because they tried to serve a drug warrant. Well, there's a reason why. It's because criminals don't care, and then they started questioning the female people. Well, did they straw purchase these weapons? The criminals are going to do whatever they're going to do to get these things in their hands. It behooves me to think that writing on a piece of paper will automatically, magically, unicornically, like stop everything that fucking happens in life, and it doesn't work that way.
No, you just came up with a word, unicornically.
There you go.
We need to start marketing that word and get the copyrights on it.
Well, we should get PSA to do a fucking lower instead of having the unicorn.
There already is.
Yeah, but we should make a new one. The new unicorn lower.
Unicorn.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, rainbows, shitting rainbows, fucking diarrhea rainbows or something on that toggle switch. Shit. I mean, there's as being in, I guess you could call me, I'm in sort of in the industry, seeing shit how it works. It just doesn't work. And there's a reason why it doesn't work. No. And because criminals do what they have to do to get this shit, to do the things that they do. Most guns are bought legally than are used in a crime. But yet we all have to suffer that because somebody uses it in a way that it's not supposed to be used for. I'm tired of being punished for other people's actions. It's like if me and my brother were still kids, he'd go into the kitchen and he'd take the best plates and everything that my mom had and threw it down on the kitchen floor and broke it, then I would get in trouble for it. It doesn't work that way. And this is what the left people are doing. They're trying to blame everybody for a single man's action. The one guy that the NRA always tries to steal their shit, and you watch it on videos here and there of your favorite gun channels, and hopefully it's Clover Tac and Ghost Tactical.
Or Night Strike One.
Or Night Strike One, or Budget Guns and Gears, all those guys, except for Obnoxious. But when he goes on there and he tells me, I'm a law-abiding citizen, but if you really watch what he says in that speech, I can't remember his name. The firearm guy, I watch that channel a lot. He did an interview with him, and he says, why is it always that they don't ever hang the responsibility on the criminals, at the criminals' feet? It's always at the law-abiding person's feet that they hang this shit on, and it shouldn't be like that. And it's fucking disturbing.
Yeah,
it's horrible. But Elizabeth Warren is a piece of shit. I don't care what anybody says. She is a fucking tyrant. And if you ever put that lady in office, or even a spectrum of what power she has now, even higher, she will fucking ruin your life. She will make it a total hellhole.
Any of these hasn't already?
Well, yeah, she's fucking ruined my day every time. I had a great day on the farm, fucking with my animals. They're having a great time. They're fucking eating the boon worms, the dried up worms, and I'm throwing them to them. They're eating it up, and I get in the car, and lo and behold, I have to stop what I'm doing halfway down the driveway to tweet this lady and tell her she's a piece of shit in good language. Because, you can't start getting kicked off platforms. That's what happens, But, I mean, for Christ's sake, if you guys haven't learned, when politicians start using this rhetoric, I mean, look at Trump, and this leads into the segue. Look at Trump. This dude tried to accuse Cuomo of trying to get a red flag law put on him because somebody called him what they call him what they call him from The Godfather. What was that dude's name?
The wuss brother, the Fredo.
Yeah, the Fredo guy. Yeah.
Okay. Roll call. You're part Italian, right?
Yeah, I am. My grandmother came from fucking Italy.
And my great-grandfather came from Italy. And I've got the Italian last name. And I have the Italian last name. You sent stuff to me. I've got an Italian last name. Fredo does not mean black person. It does not mean the N-word in Italian. Okay? Calling someone from Sicily is calling someone an N-word, in Italian. Okay? That's right. But calling someone Fredo, no, that's bullshit. And the only reason Cuomo got pissed off is because no one was going and kissing his feet like the so-called God he thinks he is on TV, and he thinks he can, push his weight around just because his fucking brother's governor. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You can't push people around just because your brother is the governor and you're on TV. I give two shits if you're on TV. I give two shits. You just don't like being called Fredo. And you know what? I'd call you Fredo. So suck that, Como.
Well, let's back that up. Throw you down the stairs. Isn't that what he said? He said he'd throw the fucking guy down the stairs.
Dude,
so you're making a threatening fucking speech to this man about throwing him fucking down the stairs because he called you Fredo? Because Fredo was a weak piece of shit. He always fucked everything up. He was the reason why he got clipped and got thrown in the fucking river. Come on.
Hold on. I do say this. I would like to see him and his brother fall down a flight of stairs. Can we make that happen?
Fuck, go ask the Clintons. Go ask the Clintons. They seem to be offing everybody around here. And now I'm fucking doomed. Now I'm doomed because I've already told them.
You did it on my show, shit. So.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, we gotta go investigate this guy. But I mean, really, dude, Trump. Why? And what's disturbing is people are like, well, he's trying to say it sarcastically, blah blah blah. Bullshit. He sat up at that podium with the fucking seal right behind him and said that he was in favor of red flag laws. Don't give me this shit that it's sarcastic. This is the problem. People don't understand. When you give these fucking politicians all that power and they are so greedy with your tax money, what do you think they're going to be greedy with when you give them your rights? They're going to drum your ass down to the ground and they're going to hold your neck down. And once you give up these rights, Nightstrike, once these people give up these rights, guess what happens? You ain't never going to give them back or you're going to get something lesser than what you had. So guess what? Don't give that shit up. Bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say on Cuomo because, quite honestly, the dude's an asshole, and you know what? I don't care if your brother is governor or not. You don't talk to people that way. Period. I mean, if the guy honestly thought your name was Fredo, well then, say, no, my name is Chris. Please call me Chris. That's all you needed to say, and that motherfucker would have said, okay, Chris. That's all you needed to say. You did not need to go on a rant and erupt on somebody. That is fucking rude.
And I don't like Chris Cuomo one bit. I don't like his family. I don't like his ideology. I don't like anything. But he has, I guess, since we're going to use the First Amendment, and we're going to go down that path, because the First Amendment was only supposed to be used for speaking out against a tyrannical government. It wasn't for the everyday shit that we say to each other. But if we're going to go down that route and respect each other's speech, per se, then okay, man, you've got the right to say this shit. But on the back end, don't sit at a podium with the United States seal behind you, say you support laws, and then start trying to tag this fucking guy with a red flag. And being sarcastic or not, that is nothing to fool with. That is nothing to mess around. That's nothing to joke about. I mean, I honestly don't know what goes through that man's head, either one of them. But I'm going to tell you, if you think this shit is a joke, you can't ask him. But look what happened to that guy in Maryland. You think that shit's a joke? That shit is not a joke. It shouldn't be, well, he said it sarcastically, blah, 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 blah. And that's all I saw on the fucking internet for these people that that sit on the on Trump's ball sack and try and do this shit, and it's disgusting,
It
and
is.
it's intolerable to sit there and say that shit. You know, I don't agree with what Cuomo says any day of the week, but if he wants to say the shit he wants to say, then that's fine. But don't go out there and start taunting off the red flag bullshit that you're supporting, that the NRA supports. That what's that guy? Dan Crenshaw. He's another one. He's another shitbag that he could be on the list tonight. Everybody's asking me, well, why are you talking about this guy now? I talked about him earlier. The whole time before any of this goddamn catastrophe has happened, I said the guy is a politician now. He's gonna fall into his politician ways. Bing, bing, bing. This is what you get. If you guys were rubbing this guy's cannolis, since we're talking about Italian stuff, if you're rubbing this guy's cannolis, guess what? You just got screwed. And
Vandalistica Vlog says that Night Strike don't labor under a false premise. It's enough to say he was out of line, but let's not pretend the guy wasn't trying to take a piss. Take the piss out of him. Well, you know, he probably was, but you know, I think he would have let up if Cuomo would have said, "Just call me Chris." But you know, hey, it's nice to meet you. You know, that's all he could have said, and you know, the guy probably would have dropped it. Quite honestly, Vandalistica, he wouldn't have pushed it. But the fact is that that Cuomo just went and blew up in his face. The guy pushed it, and milked it for all it's worth. And you know what? I don't blame him. After the way Como, went and exaggerated like he did, I don't blame the guy for taking a piss out of him.
No, I tell Chris Cuomo right to his face. He can sit here and talk all the bullshit he wants about being Italian, being this, being that, and then he even called people, well, I'm a little bit Italian. Well, you're a fucking traitor. You're this and that, blah, blah, blah. Look, man, my grandmother could tell you stories that would turn you white. The shit would turn you white. From Ghostbusters, that shit would turn you white. What she was called when she first came to this country, when she got her first job way back in the 40s and 50s.
Hey, and all throughout my life in school, I've been called way worse than Fredo. Fredo is like so tame and so timid, it's not fucking funny. And no, obnoxious one, you are not the first. You were like the last. You got here last.
Hey, I was called a couple months ago a bitch ass N. That's what I was called from somebody because they smelled like weed and they couldn't buy a gun to that day. That's what I was called. But do you see me freaking the fuck out about it? No, I get called all kinds of shit every day behind that counter. And I never thought it was that bad. But boy, it can get really heated at times. But you got to keep your composure. If he's this big CNN anchor and he's a fucking spotlight and, they're reining him down there, he should have reined himself in. That's what he should have done. He should have acted.
It's bad publicity for CNN to have someone erupt like that.
Yeah, do you think I want to watch that guy's shit anymore?
No.
Do you think I want to watch CNN in the first place? No. But if I was a Democrat or leaning that way, look at how that guy acts.
Like I'd rather watch a Republican because he's not going to blow up like that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the same shit with Elizabeth Warren. Look what they say. They sit here and they say the right does all this shit. The Republicans do all this shit, but they go out in public and they do the same shit.
Or they ignore that in the past 20 years, a majority of the mass shooters have been registered Democrats.
Man, I threw that out there. I'm like, what about that jackhole that shot the Republicans up on the softball field? He was a Democratic supporter.
What about that? What about that asshole who shot all those gays up in that Florida nightclub? Oh, by the way, he was a registered Democrat. Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah. Why don't they talk about that? Because they don't want to. Because they think their shit doesn't stink.
Or the Ohio shooter, another Democrat, who was Elizabeth Warren's supporter, who went and shot up a bunch of people. Quite honestly, I think the only people we should keep guns away from are people that are registered Democrats.
Oh, how do you think they would like that?
They don't like that at all. But the fact is, they're the ones that are mentally unstable. They've proven it time and time again. Yet nobody arrests them or puts them in a mental facility. They've got that whole Trump derangement syndrome because it's not their candidate.
Or it's not their president. Isn't that what they say all the time? Not my president. Not my president. Blah, blah, blah. Cry, cry, cry. If you live in this country, unfortunately, that man is your president and my president. I don't like him. I think he's a traitorous piece of shit. And I think he's scum. Yeah. And I think he's trying to save his ass from going to jail. And when he gets out of that Oval Office, then what happens when he goes to jail for all the bullshit he's pulled?
What?
Then what?
Who knows? Who knows?
We'll never know. Like Epstein. Like, this dude is one of the highest, I would call, criminal. One of the highest criminals that have ever been incarcerated. He's got notes on every freaking person that visited Pedo Island. But all of a sudden he dies. The camera glitches. Nobody knows what happens to him. And you want the government to protect you when they can't protect this asshole? Are you kidding me? You're willing to give up your Second Amendment rights and have the government put your little family in their hands and swing them? I'm swinging it like a cradle right now. And they can't protect this guy? This guy that taunted high-profile people of standard, Dan Crenshaw, into a place where they sex trafficked young girls? Give me a break. Get the hell out of here. If you ain't picked up on that, then you're lost in life. And man, natural selection needs to take its course because you're a complete and utter idiot. That guy, they killed him for a reason, and he didn't hang himself, and he didn't cut his throat, or I don't know. They don't even have videotape of what happened to him. We haven't heard shit from that guy. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Has there been anything else? No, because I just got banned out of a chat because Cory Booker's on Rachel Maddow bitching about gun control and how guns are the end all be all of violence in fucking this great country of America. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And then they banned me. They timed me out. I was timed out.
Well, don't take this the wrong way, Roll Call, but I would time you out too.
Well, yeah, when I tell him he's a fucking liar, he's a liar.
He is a liar. He is a liar. And I'll be honest, I'm more Spartacus than he is.
Oh, man, the half of the people that I hang out are more...
let's be honest. You and I are Italian, so we've got probably more Spartacus in us than Cory Booker does.
Well, maybe that's why I cuss and smoke and drink a lot, you know? Maybe that's why. Maybe that guy should try that a little bit. Maybe he'll chill out on his bullshit rhetoric and his bullshit lies.
I don't know. I don't know. You get more wound up when you drink, so I'm not quite sure that would work.
Well, I'm 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 beers in, man. Shit.
How many
I got
beers?
2 more cases sitting on the counter. 10.
Uh-oh.
I got all kinds of shit to talk about, man. I mean,
you know what? Why don't we make we take a break and you can crack open another one. But
I'm already drinking that one. I got one right next door, ready to go into the koozie, and I got my IU koozie because I'm a Hoosier. Okay. And I seen there was some chat about Hoosiers. I seen that shit about Hoosiers. There's a chat on the other night.
We all know. Indiana. Hey, George Cortez is out there. We all know Cory Booker is an asshole, and I hate him. I dislike him. I really dislike him. But I do want to mention, guys, that we are streaming this chat, this Rants and Raves, me, Roll Call and me, Night Strike 1, off of GunTube.org and GunTube Chamber completely, without using anybody else's service. GunTube made their own. We at GunTube made our own service, and we're using it, and it seems to be, I'm going to say, okay. I'm not gonna give it any accolades, but it's working so far, and that's good enough for me.
Well, I'm going to put it like this. Look, I, I'm strapped for cash just like the next person in line. All right, that's just the way it is. But if you have anything, and I'll take this from a great movie, we love the money that jingles, but we truly love the money that folds. So if you have any kind of $1, $2 to put forth this effort so this man can get this shit online, so we can pull GunTube to the forefront and stream like this, do it. If you have that extra dollar bill, you know what? Everybody talks about joining an organization and putting aside that McDonald's meal, or the Burger King meal, or whoever it may be, or that extra beer that I'm about to drink. Hey, do that. Do that. Take that money, put it towards something that's going to help us further this cause. I don't do a whole lot of good. I cuss, scream, and everything above, but there's a lot of people out there that could use this program. There's a lot of people out there that could put forth a more, I guess, meaningful message through the interwebs, that we watch, that people watch daily. I mean, if you look at social media, and more people are using it than ever before. And what Night Strike is doing is he's putting forth an effort to continue this for the fight for the Second Amendment. He's digitally
Preserving.
compositing, preserving this so it stays on the internet. People don't have to watch me in Night Strike, but there's other people out there that can use this technology to help further the cause. And we sit around and we bitch and we complain a lot, just like we have been for the past 40 minutes or something like that. I don't even have a timer,
Yep,
but
41.
41, I was close. There we go. So please contribute what you can. And if you can't, we understand it,
Spread
but
it on
share
the
it.
share it
Yeah,
on social media for us.
share it. Share it. I always say at the end of my videos, go watch any one of my videos. I say, it's more than the petrodollar. The likes, the shares, the subscribing, the all that shit is more than a petrodollar. But you know what? Sometimes we have to use that dollar to, put forth an effort to continue to do what we do. And I don't know what else more to say. And I shoved some money Night Strikes away. It wasn't like a astronomical amount. It's what I could afford, and it wasn't shit. But I know there could be somebody out there that throws the same amount. And I know there's somebody else that can throw the same amount. And I know somebody else can throw the same amount. If I can do it, I know other people can. But if you can't, like, share, and subscribe it. Put GunTube out there. Uh, Put Gunstreamer out there. All of them out there. Who cares? I mean,
Well,
we are getting
in this instance, primarily GunTube.
what he's using is primarily through GunTube, but we are getting clipped so bad on social media for just trying to do reviews of firearms, trying to do reviews of ammunition, and it's getting restricted
Trying to
so
do
much.
reloading, trying to teach people how to
Yeah,
put together, maintain, and modify firearms as you're allowed.
reloading's a big no-no. But if you go over to guntube.org, is there reloading videos over there? There's got to be.
There's
There's
reloading videos. There's how to build an AR videos. It's a little bit of everything. Reviews. Even Travis's April Fool's stuff is on there. So you've got Travis's review on the 338 Nerf Pua gun.
There you go. I
Hey,
mean,
it was an honest gun review. Yes, it's a toy gun, but it was a gun review. Eh? So
I mean, we have to do something. We have to continue to press on.
we
This is
do.
one
We
of
do.
the ways to do it. This is one of the ways to do it. And I'm telling you, if I'm throwing money in that way, even though it ain't a huge, big fucking chunk of change, I know 15 other people can do it.
If
The
everyone
more, the
chips in
more,
$1 or $5 even, we can get 1,000 people to chip in $1 or $5 or even just $10. That would be enough to fund GunTube. Period. Because just because of the sheer amount. But again, it's we need that help, and if you can help, great. If you can't, share it so that we can get there. Because I am trying to do my damnedest. You know, I haven't really bought any guns this year aside from 2 receivers because I've been paying everything out on GunTube. And people think, oh no, Night Strike, you're buying shitty guns and shitty receivers with the money you get from GunTube. It's all going towards GunTube. You have no idea how ridiculous the server fees are. I'm paying like $250 a month for server co-location fees because I own my own servers. Okay, Clover will tell you that some places charge that and some places charge even more, and they don't play around, and I'm not playing around on this either. I am trying to make an honest push for GunTube.org. So if you guys can help out, that would be amazing. So we're done with
and
this. We're
you,
done talking about this. We're gonna move on.
and you get cool shit. You can get cool shit. There's little different levels.
Perks.
So it ain't like, yeah, it ain't like you're just throwing money into the wind. You're getting cool shit. If you don't think those GunTube stickers or patches are cool, I don't know what's wrong with you, because they are the cat's meow right here. And I'm gonna wear one tomorrow. I wear one every night. I wear my Every Second Matters on the second of every month. Uh, I use my gear websites. I use my GunTube.org patch. And when people ask me about it, I tell them about it. You know, you gotta stay vigilant on this stuff. And I'm proud of Night Strike, and I'm proud of the people that use that platform. They've helped me out. I found them. They've helped me out on so many guns. So it's beneficial. What else do we have to bitch about?
Clint is asking, anyone hear about Don Lemon getting sued for being a degenerate? Actually, he's being sued by New York bartender.
Oh,
What
what did
is
he
it?
do? I didn't hear about this one. What did that shitbag do?
A New Jersey bartender has filed a lawsuit against CNN anchor Don Lemon for an alleged assault that took place in Hamptons, New York bar last summer. Filed on Sunday, the suit seeks unspecified damages for the demeaning, unprovoked, and offensive assault.
Really?
Mm.
So this dude assaulted someone and is getting sued for it.
Well, hey, guess what? You attack someone, either you get arrested or you get sued for it.
Well, when you watch CNN's little shindig that they do, they have Cuomo and Don Lemon sit there and try and rub each other's cannolis and beef them up for their little things. So this doesn't surprise me. If he's got a fucking attitude, just like Cuomo, then hey, they're two peas in a pod, right?
Hey! You can't say cannolis. That's like the N word for Italians.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry. I just had to use that as a quote because I thought it was hilarious.
so how are they going about it? How's this guy faring? Does he have a case, or is it being looked at,
No,
or
I
how's
mean, I
this thing
mean,
going?
I mean, Lemon denies the complaint and the claims, but it's already being filed. So guess he's gonna have to fight it in court.
Well, I'll tell you this, Mr. Don Lemon. If you come to my shop and try and buy a firearm, you ain't getting one, because battery is one of those things that you can't buy a firearm, because universal background checks, they ain't here yet, but the regular background check, that's going to pick you up, buddy. So you ain't getting no gun. So keep on digging yourself a hole, asshole, because you're gonna really feel the pain. You're gonna really feel the pain, as that one journalist did that tried to walk into that gun shop and buy a gun, and then he got put down because he had a battery charge on him. Hey man, do the straight and narrow there, CNN. It seems like you're hiring scumbags that shouldn't have firearms.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'll
tell
be
you one
honest.
thing. Go
I'll
ahead.
be honest. If I was a celebrity, and I am not, but if I was a celebrity, I wouldn't be going and drinking in bars and starting bar fights with the
No,
bartender.
I wouldn't be with the bartender.
With the bartender.
The guy that's serving you the shit. That's your best friend at the bar. You slip him a 5 or a 10. Fuck, you drink all night, dumbass. Yeah, but what does that tell you? Everybody thinks that when they're in the showbiz business, they have all the
They have immunity.
credentials. Yeah, they don't do nothing wrong. Well, guess what? The shit is about to hit the fan with CNN, man. They're losing money hand over fist.
Yeah. Gizzard Gary's out there saying battery charge, positive or negative? Um, Legally.
This one would be negative. This is a negative. This is a
Yeah,
negative.
yeah. A negative battery
Deal with this one.
charge, it's illegal, but it's a legal term. But again, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You don't want that one.
I don't want it. No,
I was
sir.
looking for batteries the other day. Jesus Christ, I couldn't find a battery to save my life. To put in my mouse. I almost got my laptop up here running. I'm gonna have to get that old duck thing. I like ducks, so I'm gonna do the duck thing, the StreamYard thing. As long as the
Mm-hmm.
GunTube thing goes along, I'm gonna use that. But I'm gonna have the backup as the duck thing. What is that
Well,
called?
StreamYard.
Whatever.
Yeah, but right now we're using GunTube for ransom raise, and it's been
Yeah,
working well. So I would say we're fully charged.
good, good. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I
So
I, I did for the farmers out there in this world. I did get one chicken egg and one duck egg today, so I'm happy. I'm getting production. Some people would
old
say
Mac
that's low.
Rocall had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Did you see all those guys, all them
And,
critters I got, man? They're fun.
and on that farm, he had some ducks. E-I-E-I-O. With a quack quack here and a quack quack there. And,
Well, hey man,
he's also got turkeys, uh, geese,
yeah,
chickens,
I got
and
you.
you also had one other thing. What was it? Those pheasants or something like that. Guinea
Oh no,
fowls.
the guineas did not survive, man. The guineas did not survive. Something got them. I don't think they were smart enough. They're pretty much like liberal guineas. They didn't run into the fucking trees and sit on the fucking branch, so the coyotes and shit wouldn't get them and the foxes. So
Uh,
they perished. They perished a hard death. But I mean, you gotta fly. If you got wings, you gotta fly, baby. You gotta fly.
so yes, Sarge. We're doing Rants and Raves completely off of GunTube. No, I don't have new hardware. Yes, I'm still using the old stuff, so it might cut out on us. But it's been okay so far, so we're gonna continue on and do what we gotta do. But yeah, obnoxious one is right. No Larry, rip Larry. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, poor Larry. We never got to see his full potential. I bet you that guy would have been the ruling of the roost. He'd been really good. I wouldn't have to go
He would have been
buy
2-way
roosters.
strong.
Oh, he was, man. He was waxed out. I think he knew. I think he had a copy of the black book. I think he had a copy of that black book, that little diary that Epstein had. That's my theory.
C4 is saying hashtag Epstein tooth. No,
Hmm.
no. Uh, Try again, Sarge. It's
I don't
hashtag
know.
Jimenez tooth.
Oh yeah, I got a Jimenez too tonight. Look at that thing. Look at it. I have to fix that.
Geezer Gary says I used to watch Don Lemon's grandfather Metal Lark on The Globetrotters. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see, I can't see the premise of talking to these people anymore. And I understand what Matt tried to do the other night when I watched that whole video,
I was
but
there.
yeah, you were there. I mean, you just can't talk to him, man. You just can't talk. We have to just keep on doing what we're doing. We have to ignore these people, and we fight it out in the courts,
Hello, Tennessee gun guy.
and we do our rallies, and we write our congressmen, and we put forth uh, money to organizations, whichever one that you feel the need to support. We keep on doing that. Talking to these people is just like, I can go over here and walk to this fucking tree and start talking to this tree, and I bet you I get a better interaction with this tree than some anti-gun or some person that doesn't understand facts one bit, because that guy didn't understand shit. He had no facts. He had no ideas, no good ones anyway. And oh, he was a hot mess. How you stayed so calm was, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I was. I did not get a chance to say anything whatsoever. But again, I don't. I don't like to speak ill of others because I love G Webs and platonically, of course, and I like Yankee again platonically, of course, but I don't think Yankee and G Web should have been in there because from my perspective, as a guy who wanted to get a question and ask a question, try and have a dialogue, to me it seemed like they were cornering him because Yankees personality is very abrasive and G Webs is get up in your face and force you to think and and respond, but uh, you know I don't think I think the panel should have been smaller than it was.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should have been. I think he should have brought certain people. Isn't there something on StreamYard where you can put certain people into the conversation? You can take certain people out. I think
Yep.
the structure might have been a little bit. Uh, I won't want to say bad, but a little bit better. But I mean, don't be a bitch, man. Don't be a bitch and run away. I mean, I've had G Webs, you know, tell me shit, but I didn't run away like a little bitch. I sat right next to him at the gun rights policy conference. Doesn't matter. We don't agree on certain things, but I'm not gonna run away like a little baby because somebody presents some facts to me and I just don't have anything. You come ill prepared. You're gonna sit into a room. If I'm sitting in a room with a bunch of anti-gunners, I'm gonna have a bunch of fucking facts to back up what I'm gonna say. It's basically that's how it is. You're not gonna come out here and try and do this shit off the cuff. That's that's how I look at it. I mean, I ain't never met Yankee, and I've watched him for years now.
Hey
And
John,
go ahead.
no John Brown Productions is out there. Hey John, how's it going?
Welcome to the show.
Continue.
But I mean, I don't agree with the majority of shit that Yankee says, but he does have some insight. It might not come across great for other people, and his presentation is a little bit risque for some people, but he gets his point across, and some people won't agree with it. I know a lot of people that don't. In the end, we're all in this fight together. And if we keep on fucking stabbing each other in the back, this shit ain't gonna come to fruition. People are gonna have their own same things. Like I can't sit through a 45-minute video of nothing fancy to tell me about a gun that he kind of likes, that he doesn't like, that he buries in the ground, and then it doesn't work the next day. I mean, why the fuck are you burying guns in the ground in the middle of the desert when it's fucking below zero? You think that gun's gonna work? Probably not. When are you gonna ever be in those conditions? When do you think the shit's gonna hit the fan? You're never gonna know. So I mean, come on, get the hell out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is
Nine
what it is.
millimeters out there. We got
I like her.
Roy
Why
Munson
is
out
she with
there.
Midnight?
You
Jesus
know,
Christ.
we've got Doctor Recoil out there. Who else we got out there? We got Vandalistica Vlogs out there. Hey, Vandalistica, how you doing?
I like him too.
You know, he's like I think he had a very different idea of what the chat was going to be. Yeah, you know, I thought we were just going to sit around and just go back and forth and try and find some middle ground that we could all agree on, and that would have been preferable than having two guys corner him over the Second Amendment. And the guy even started out by saying, there's no way they're going to get rid of the Second Amendment because it's a constitutionally protected right. But again, he wasn't that. He was pro gun control, but he wasn't so far off the map that he wanted complete and utter disarmament. Okay, and that's easier to work with and try and convince otherwise, but not in the setting of which of it happened. There's just too many people there. I stayed quiet because I was told at the beginning of the chat not to go and jump in there and talk over someone. And then you got Yankee and G-Lips to do it right off the bat.
Well, I would like to see a one-on-one with him and Matt. That's what I'd like to see.
And maybe that's what that should have been. It should have been a one-on-one, or it should have been Brandon, Matt, and Adam. But again,
he was a friend on one of the guys that were on the panel, wasn't he?
But remember, Brandon's been in these chats, tons of gun chats. Okay, Brandon's one of us. He's pro gun. Okay, there is no question on Brandon's pro gun stance. It's just he lives closer towards the city part of Phoenix, so he knows a lot more people, and some of them are anti, or some of them are just pro gun control, but not anti Second Amendment. And is there such a thing? Yes. Basically, these are the people that would be defined as the people on the fence or moderate, even, that you want to try and convince that gun control doesn't work, and you possibly can convince gun control doesn't work. Here's the reason why. Here's the proof. The proof is in the pudding. But unfortunately, I don't think that guy really wanted to have a debate or even a conversation. It just sounded like he wanted to. Again, he bitched out, or was out. But it did feel like he just wanted to say his piece and then GTFO. He didn't really want to, try and discuss it. And, that's a problem.
When do they ever want to discuss stuff?
They don't. The problem is they just want what they want. They want what they want, and we gotta bend over backwards for them. When there's shit we want, we never fucking get it. We have to fight tooth and nail for it because no, you can't have the wall, that's racist. Oh no, you can't get rid of illegals, even though they're burdening the system. Oh no, we can't get rid of the dreamers because where else are they gonna go? I mean, either reform the fucking immigration system so you don't have to complain all the damn time about these illegals that you have a bleeding heart for that don't even fucking pay taxes and send all their money to another country, or I don't know, do the job you're elected to do in office. Shit.
I'll tell you this story real quick. So people,
I'm gonna go use the can. I'll be right back.
Go use the can. So for the people on the chat, I can't see what you're saying. I can't be that interactive because I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know if you can hear the bugs. But I was at the gas station the other day, a couple nights ago, because I work nights at times at my store. So I go to the guns. I go to the gun. I go to the gas station, and I walk in there, and there's I just call them some belligerent people. That's what you deal with at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. You deal with belligerent people, especially on a Friday night, especially on a Saturday night, especially on a Thursday night in my area. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday is, oh man, it's the worst. So you had these. I walked in there to go pick up energy drink for the morning and pay for my gas. And I had the "Don't Tread on Me" patch on my hat. I had this lady sit right in front of my face and call me a racist for wearing that, and that I was a Donald Trump supporter and I'm a piece of shit. And this is all going in the back of my ear as I'm sitting there trying to pay for my stuff. I'm going to tell you one thing, man. I didn't vote for this fucking guy, but I'll complain to some of the shit that he has to say. But in essence, until this guy's out of office, unfortunately, he's my president, and this is the shit that I have to deal with. That's what the Second Amendment is for, to speak out against government and the bullshit that they say. But getting screamed at and being called a racist because I have the Gadsden flag on my fucking hat, people don't do research. Do your research. There's times where I don't do research on a
The
gun. I go,
Gadsden flag is named after General Gadsden.
well,
Okay,
unfortunately, she didn't understand that.
it's as old as it's actually older than the original 13 colonies flag. I mean, what the
Well,
fuck?
and then
Revolutionary
she
War,
pointed,
nothing to do with fucking slaves.
at and called me a fucking racist. I said, why? Because I have the Gaston flag. I said, I can give you a couple YouTube links where they explain what the Gaston flag is about, or the naval jack, whichever one you want to go about that has a snake on it. Or I could point you in the right direction about what one of the founding fathers said about the Gaston flag and the first time he saw it. I mean,
You're
this
just
is
an
the shit.
ignorant, belligerent asshole. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I mean, this is just what happens when politicians use the rhetoric that they use. And yep, I had a gun on my side. Oh my God, I had a gun. And it wasn't used at all. I paid for my shit. I walked out there as quick as possible, put my keys in the ignition, and fucking drove off and said, well, that could have turned out really fucking bad, especially if she started grabbing on me or doing something. And then I'm going through the scenarios in my mind like, fuck, dude, you kept the level head. You just let her sit there and call you a racist and a piece of shit, this, that, and the other thing. And you walked out of the store. I got a fucking tank of gas. I got my energy drink for the morning to go back to work. I'm like, you survived that one. I mean, this shit happens around the country. And I live in a small town. Uh, People will say, well, you're from Chicago, blah, 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 blah. I'm 60 miles from Chicago, and guess what kind of car they jumped out of? They jumped out of a car with Illinois plates, because I walked in and they walked in right after me. I mean, the things that go on in this country makes me wonder, are people paying attention the way they should and not buying into the bullshit? And I see it all the time, just like I saw it that night. They're buying into this bullshit. You're they don't want to they want to talk about, you shouldn't label this, that, and the other thing, but you just labeled me, and I didn't vote for this fucking guy. I didn't vote for him. I voted libertarian. I bring Cindy out here and I'll tell her every time. Guess what I vote? I vote libertarian every time.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Every
whoa, whoa,
time.
whoa, 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 whoa! You didn't vote for Gary Johnson, did you?
No, the other fucking guy. He made it onto our ballot.
Oh, okay, good, good.
Yeah, he made it onto our ballot here in the state of Indiana. But I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. I mean, this is the shit that I tell people. I went on a rant on Facebook. People Facebooking me and be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Well, you're not listening then. You're not listening. You're not hearing what I have to say. You're not focusing. When you give these people this kind of power, this kind of shit that resides over you, where they can take your stuff in an instant. Not only your firearms, but your property, your cars, your wealth, your bank accounts. They'll take all this shit from you, but yet you're willing to give that up for a smidgen. I would rather have dangerous freedom than no freedom at all. That's how I look at it. You know, I fell into the lull of back in the day when they were talking about bump stocks and, you know, trading it for national reciprocity. It's on the video's still on my channel. And I took all kinds of shit from that, from people that were Second Amendment advocates, people that were just pro Second Amendment, telling me I'm a dumbass, I'm stupid, you shouldn't trust these people. And lo and behold, I did, and I got burnt. And I'm sitting here telling you that I was a dummy and I fell for it. Bada bing, bada boom. Since we're doing all this Italian stuff, that's what happened. I fell into that law. I
Bada
fell into
boom.
that little crowd. Yeah, bada bing, bada boom.
Bada
And
boom.
and ever since that day, ever since you saw that video, I have come out and said I am a no compromise person. I am not compromising my rights for my kids as they grow up. What, you don't have kids? Well, guess what? My kids are going to grow up. And I just bought a rifle for my son so he can shoot it, so he can get better, so he can understand what gun ownership is about, so he can be responsible, and he can take his own safety into his own hands. For Christ's sake, what if I got lumped over the head and there's a gun sitting on my nightstand? What? Nobody knows how to use a gun? I mean, go look at Thunder Ranch's shit, and he tells you about training the people in your household about how to use firearms effectively, getting firearms that the people in your family can use effectively. I mean, what? You're gonna have a 50 cal sitting on your nightstand? Probably not. But what? What if that's the only gun? You're gonna have to train somebody to use that, because if you get conked over the head with something or you get stabbed, I mean,
Yeah.
then what happens?
Yeah.
You gotta train yourself to do this kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Just ranting.
For
This is a
those that
rant.
don't normally watch Rants and Raves is where me and Roll Call completely just go off the deep end and rant or rave about whatever we do, whatever we're going to rant and rave about. Okay, that's what Rants and Raves is about. So again, we sometimes we let people jump in, sometimes we don't. Tonight, considering how the stream is going on GunTube, we're just gonna keep it just me and Roll Call. So maybe in the future we'll have some more people in. It's just I'm trying to keep the stream running because this is experimental software we're working on, and the Indiegogo isn't completely funded. So uh, if you want to help out and you haven't helped out already, check out the Indiegogo project so that we can get this running 100% working, so we can invite however many people we want in here. And
Well,
Zorro is out there saying the fact is power corrupts absolutely. Anyone can be corrupted, you and me, but we also have the right to give up our rights, saying that I don't agree with it.
well, I mean,
I'm not ever giving up any of my rights. And if someone takes away my rights, well, they better damn sure they have some backup to, they have military backup, or they've got, armed backup telling me, I don't have the right to my rights anymore because I will not comply.
there's a difference about giving them up and then giving them away. When I walked into Valpo, I live over here by Valpo, and if some people will know, some people
Well,
won't.
I'm not
And when
giving
I
them up.
walked there,
I'm not giving them away either. And if someone takes them, they better damn sure that they can enforce it. Otherwise, I'm pushing back.
there you go. And that's how I feel. I mean, when I walked through there and I watched all those people get bussed in, and yes, they got bussed in, and the children wouldn't even talk to my kid. that's when you know there's a problem, because I don't know anybody that can't put a couple of kids in a room and they not relate. And this is the first time I've ever seen my daughter not being able to relate to children, to kids of her own age, her own level. And when that happens, you have to
They
think
were
to
bussed
yourself,
in from another state. They weren't even
they
from
were
that
busted in
state.
from another fucking state, man. There was different license plates all over the place. I mean, it wasn't just the locals, and then me and a couple other people from different counties. These people are coming from all over the place. You don't believe? I should have took fucking pictures of it and started posting on Instagram, but I didn't know about Instagram at that time when the rally was going on. My channel was small at that time.
You should have known better.
No, I always should have known better. And I took video. There's video of it on the channel. There's video. I was in the newspaper. My picture was in the newspaper sitting on the pro gun side. And I just had my hands in my pocket and with a dumbfounded look in my face. And you'd be like, you look stupid in that picture. Because I could never fathom that many people, wherever the hell they're from, wanting to just give up, give away shit, not even think twice about it. Just like, guns are bad. Fuck them all. Ban them all. Throw them in a pile. Melt them down. Do whatever you have to do. I've never seen that. I've never seen that in my area. And I'm telling you, I live in a rural county. I live with hunters. I live with people that do rimfire challenge, people that do plate challenge, people that do all kinds of shit. And I ain't never seen that shit happen until that day. And Mac was there too, and I filmed Mac and threw him on there. It's on the channel. It's all over there. And it just
Huh?
behooves me to see people that are just that willing to give up freedom after all the shit this country has gone through over 200 years of struggling to get the shit that we have, and see people give it up that quick. It behooves me. Dumbfounded.
Absolutely. All right. So, where
What
do we
we
go from
got
there?
there? Anything in the chat? Anything in the chat? Somebody saying something? I can't
Patriots
see shit.
complaining about. I see your Detroit raise you a Flint, the town of Brenda. Uh, I don't know
Ain't
what
never
that
been
means.
there.
I don't know what that means, but I told Patient in the Dark, have you harvested all the lead in the water in Flint yet?
You should, and then you should make rounds out of it. Is that even possible?
I don't know. General Relativity says, Flint, well played, sir. Last time I was on Longway Boulevard, it was a rough place. One guy recently told me it is improving. I don't believe him. I don't believe him either.
Mm.
For those that don't know, roll call is in Indiana. That's why he said Hoosier. Okay, because he is a Hoosier. Hoosier all over
I'm
there.
six. I'm 60 miles from Illinois. I'm 8 miles from Michigan, and I'm about I'd say 100 and some odd miles from Ohio. I could make it.
I hate to ask this, and I know you're not going to like the answer, but how many miles are you from Chicago?
60 fucking miles. If I take the lake trip, I'm about fucking 35 minutes.
Okay, so
That's how close.
did,
That's how close I can smell the corruption.
did you hear about how Chicago's blaming Indiana again for all their gun problems
Oh,
because
yeah,
some guy
yeah.
stole a gun from some guy in Indiana
Hmm.
and shot and went on a shooting spree? You hear about that?
I I hear every fucking day that police commissioner over there in Chicago says that people come over here and they fill their fucking duffel bags full of guns and they go back into Chicago and they shoot the place up. That's bullshit. That's
And well, in this instance, this gun was stolen from law enforcement in Indiana, and all I'm got to say is, uh, okay, your law enforcement in Indiana, hold on to your fucking guns. Don't start giving them out to criminals.
Well, you have all this fucking instances of I don't want to poke shit at Sarge, but the guy that was driving down the street and he hit a gun and it fucking got stuck in his bumper. You had that one, and it was traced back to police officers. You had this guy, this asshole. You have another one in Florida where the cop left his car fucking unlocked, and the guy went in there and fucking stole all of his shit out of his car. I mean, am I sitting here trying to shit on cops? No, I'm not. But it's not my responsibility. You
But
as a gun
but at the
owner,
same
you have to be.
time, if their guns got stolen, they should be responsible enough to say, "Hey, my guns were stolen."
Fuck, is that cop in jail for letting
Yeah.
his gun get in the hands of somebody that shouldn't have guns?
No, and I bet he won't be prosecuted if that gun goes and shoots people either.
Well, fuck it. Nice, right? Go leave your shit on the fucking bad side of town and see what happens to you.
Fuck no, I already live in the bad side of town. I own firearms.
There you go. There you go. I mean, I mean,
Anybody, I live in South Carolina. Anybody knocks on my door after like 10 o'clock, I come to the door with a gun, because that's how it is in the South. People will come if they live out in the middle of nowhere, or in the South. If it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, someone's knocking, banging on your door. You go to the door with a gun, because you have no idea what's on the other side of that door. You don't want to know. You just want to be able to take care of it.
Telling you, man.
And that's not to say that you want to shoot anybody. That's to say that you want to make sure you're protected and your family's protected.
I'm telling you, man.
We're not picking on the cops, but they should know fucking better.
Well, they should be held accountable. At one point or another, they should be held accountable. I mean, if you look now, well, you can't look now because my fucking internet sucks. But all my guns are locked up. There's one gun that is out of the safe, and Cindy is sitting next to her Glock 42. So
42.
You can't tell
Great
me
number.
that 42, yeah. You can't tell me that we're irresponsible. You just can't. My gun's in my fucking safe. Her gun's sitting on a nightstand. She's laying right next to her, fucking watching Netflix. So
I mean, I have one gun in the room I'm in, and it's the one I sleep with. Damn it.
I'm out here in the rural wilderness, and there could be some kind of creepy animal that could fucking die right now. You never know.
Like the chupacabra.
Oh, could have been Bigfoot.
Could have been Bigfoot, yeah.
Yeah, all those anti-gun laws, they'll probably stay up there, up in the northeast of the country.
Yeah, dude Esquire is saying, at night strike, anywhere after 11 p.m., that's how the door should be answered if you don't have the people. Yeah, I don't have people, so.
It is what it is, man. I mean, we gotta sit here and bitch about things, but the real thing is about becoming active and becoming active in your community, one way or the other. What was it? What was said? I can't see shit.
Dude Esquire says Sasquatch. Kinky Sphincter said Larry's killer is on the loose, and Leo Red says Man Bear Pig.
Oh my god.
South Park.
Jesus Christ. Well, we've been going for over an hour at this point, right?
83 minutes, my friend. Yep. An hour and 23 minutes. We got 30 people watching out there.
30 people?
30 people.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's what.
Is it Daily Gun Show going to be on?
32.
32, huh?
And it's like that because, we're on my channel doing this, because I've got over 1,000 subscribers.
Well, you're lucky. One day I'll get to 1,000, and then you'll probably be at
one day
2,000.
you'll move down here to South Carolina and we'll just do it all on one channel.
Well, I'd like to move. I'd like to really move. I mean, I love Indiana. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Love Indiana. We got decent gun laws. I mean, they're not the best in the country. Well, I wouldn't mind moving. I wouldn't mind moving back down to the south for a little bit. And the winters are getting harsher, and I just got a lot of animals right now. But I bet you I can get animals down there, or I could just take me.
And yes, Vandalistic Vlogs. We saw that video. That guy's in Greenville, South Carolina, and yeah, apparently, they went to the wrong door. Imagine that.
Oh, what happened? He get shot?
He got shot by the cop because he answered he came to the door with a gun. And then instead of, the cop waiting for him to put the gun down, the cop opened fired on him and shot, and basically unloaded the clip, then opened the door, and the dude's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you shoot?"
Mm-hmm.
And granted, the guy lived. They took him to the hospital and whatnot, but they were going to charge the guy for bringing a gun to the door. And after that camera, the judge is like, "No. If anybody, that cop needs to go to jail."
No.
Yeah, because they had to watch the footage from the body cam.
Well, I mean, I'm telling you, I respect authority. I do what I have to do, but there's just sometimes where I think, man, oh man. I mean,
yeah, that guy has one hell of a lawsuit against that cop, right there, in the department.
Does anybody have any more information on Philadelphia or what's going on over there in Philly?
No.
Did they finally figure that shit out? And then I seen on that stream that there's two cops that were held up in the same building, and each of the cops were in a separate room with people that were in handcuffs that they detained, and then they were stuck because the scumbag was shooting people.
Sarge, are we being detained?
Are we being detained? I don't want to be detained. Am I free to go? Am I being accused of a crime?
Yeah, Sarge is saying he got shot in the groin at Night Strike. I hope his junk is okay. Me too. That would be painful to get shot in the groin.
Hey man, I'm telling you.
I would seriously, if my junk got messed up because of that, I would seriously sue the ever living shit out of that cop.
Hey man, I'm telling you one thing. When I shot that Taurus the other day, and thank God it worked correctly with no malfunction, except for my thumb smacking the decocker on it. But the targets that I was shooting at, man, they had a bullseye right there, right down the pelvic area. People ain't messing around. This shit is coming out. I mean,
AC97 says I'm free to travel under maritime law. Oh boy, until the Coast Guard comes along. And Sarge says, "No, you are free to go."
Oh my God, what's he doing? Is Sarge on vacation? Is that what he's doing?
9mm says groin shots aren't bad, but butt shots could kill you. Trust me. Well, maybe Midnight Range's butt shot. Just saying. That could kill anyone. Is it great? Did he say he shot a tourist? Don't know.
I wish my internet was better so I can't see the comments, man. I think that detracts for what
George Cortez says, "Hey, and if you win the lawsuit, you can rebuild your junk into porn star status." Well, yes, they can rebuild it bigger, stronger, more powerful than before.
Well, I want to send a I want to send a shout out.
Plastic on anything these days, right? Oh.
I want to send a shout out to PNW Woods. I believe he's out there in Oregon. I'd like to tell him thank you. He's going to send me some shit. I'm going to have a video on it. And I really want to thank him for the conversation that we had tonight. I really appreciate it. And it's great. So I want to throw that out there.
Right. All right. And again, I just want to let everyone know that I'm running an Indiegogo campaign right here on Indiegogo for this GunTube platform that we are streaming with right now and have been streaming for 90 minutes. That's 1 hour and a half for people that don't know. That is the Indiegogo to get GunTube's Chamber app online. If you can donate any amount of money, $1, $5, $10, or if you want perks, select a perk. Any amount can help. So check that out. And with that, I think I am done. You're done. We're done for the night. We're going to go chill and, maybe stick our heads in the freezer for a few minutes.
There you go.
Or I might get some ice cream. Or, just to go after Fredo, I might go and get some gelato.
Yeah.
Take that, Fredo.
Some Italian ice. How about that? Some Italian ice.
Zoro was asking at Night Strike, I have a question. What do you guys think about the new assault weapons ban? I'm trying not to think about it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm hoping, I'm wishing, I'm praying, I'm calling people, I'm asking people not to vote for it. And maybe it'll go away. But I doubt it.
Call your representatives. Tell them you don't abide by it. State, local. Tell them it sucks. Tell them you don't want it. Tell your friend. After you call, they call. Or call at the same time. Doesn't matter. Call them and tell them. Tell them you don't want it. Tell them it's bullshit. I mean, that's going to turn a lot of people criminals overnight. I don't think they grandfather anything in, man. I think the days of grandfathering shit in, I think that's over with. So, the assault weapons ban, fuck that thing. Unfortunately, I'm not going to comply to it.
Neither am I.
That's just me. I'm not going to comply to it.
Will not comply. But, I know why Sarge went and took a vacation the other day. Because apparently North Carolina is trying to institute red flags. So, pretty soon, Sarge will have to serve some of those red flags.
Well, he's got a bunch in his trunk. He's all right. He's got a bunch in his trunk. Doesn't he put them in people's yard?
Yeah,
No,
I asked a bloke about red flags the other day, and that's when they give you when you do something wrong in soccer, and the referee he cites you for it, right? That's a red flag, right?
Gives you a yellow card or a red card or some shit like that.
No, it's a red flag.
Oh, it's just a red flag? Oh.
I'm making it.
Red flags are for commies. Use that hashtag. Red flags are for commies.
Red flags are for commies. So say no to red flags. Sorry to say that's a red card. Call it soccer. Yes, it's soccer in the United States. It's football everywhere else.
Oh, God. Now we're going to get on this thing. Football's around the corner. Real football, not soccer. Soccer.
American football is, football.
Football.
Soccer is not football. I'm sorry.
I ain't got nothing against soccer. They're great athletes and all that jazz, but it's not fucking football. And then they flop a lot. And I think it's might be like a liberal thing where they flop around, they flip-flop. Or is that Republicans? Well, I can't tell the difference nowadays.
Yeah. All right. So with that, I guess roll call. Give us your ending plugs.
Well, again, I'd like to thank Night Strike for hosting. Again, sooner or later, I'll get my internet shit together. Sooner or later, if everybody keeps on contributing to GunTube.org, we can just host it off this shit, and I don't have to get the duck or whatever people call it nowadays. So that would be exciting. I want to put that out there. I will be having a range video, and it's going to be a father and son one. It's going to be very interesting. We're going to see how he likes that gun, and if he likes it a lot, I might break down and do my unconstitutional duty and get a suppressor for it. Other than that, you can follow me on all the social media sites, whether it be Instagram, uh, YouTube, gunstreamer.org, or gunstreamer.com, guntube.org. I'm not a big fan of Facebook, but I try and use that shitty platform every once in a while. Um, Go visit my channel. I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That would be really helpful. Uh, my videos on there are a little bit better than what you have just witnessed. They're a little bit more controlled. But that's what makes this show great, because everybody can say what they want to say and get all the stuff off their chest. Again, I want to say I'm a huge supporter of GunTube.org, and I'll try and help Night Strike in his quest to make this a great digitally preserved part of the Second Amendment. And I hope you do. I want to throw this in there. Budget Guns and Gears got a shout out from Tim today because they're going to have a rally. I don't know the specific dates. I hope Budget comes out with a video explaining this. And I really need those dates because I'm going to try and attend. I'm probably going to request those days off, and I'm going to go up there and help support Budget in his efforts. If you don't do that and you think that you should let other people attend this thing, I think you are, I wouldn't say a coward, but an asshole. I think this is something big. He's paying out of pocket for this. It's not a shits and giggles thing. He's actually paying for it. So I think we should all take a deep breath, go in there and support our brother in doing this. Other than that, enjoy your great weekend that's coming up, and I'm done.
All right. And again, I just want to let everyone know to check out the GunTube Indiegogo campaign and check out guntube.org. And if you want to support GunTube, check out patreon.com/GunTube. Let me put the link down for that. And help us out that way. It helps us stay online. So with that, we're done. We're getting out of here. We did this entire chat / Rants and Raves via GunTube. It worked the whole time. So I'm confident that we will continue doing this stuff with GunTube. And with that, we will see you later. So roll call, I have to ask, do you have a tagline?
Catch you on the next one. Hashtag him and his too.
There we go. Hashtag Jimenez. All right. So hashtag shall not be infringed. Hashtag I ain't got no tagline. Hashtag, that's a calf rope. And hashtag
Give him the bird.
bird. And again, we'll see you on the next one. So thanks everyone for listening. This was Rants and Raves. How do I turn this damn thing off?
Wednesday nights.
No. Rants and Raves, Wednesday nights at 10 to 11, 10 to 11, or whenever we start.
Yeah. If you hit the bell notification on either channel.
You got to be notified. I really don't know how to turn this off. How do I turn this off?
I don't know, dude. I can't see shit.
I can't see either. How am I turning this thing off? It's lagging on me. I don't know. This stuff is work in progress. I did say this. I don't know. Yeah, well, we'll see you later, Einstein. You take it easy.
Guys, all have a great night again.
Again, you guys have a great night. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you. We'll see you on the next one. Finally, I found the button. I found the button.
There you go.
All right. Well, we're done.